to A Love Affair with Life. I am so excited to have you. If you're here tuning in, say hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Aww. Okay, let me see the comments. Hi, Lindsay, Jenny, I'm so happy. Dee, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry. I'm just so excited to have you all here. California in the house. Yay, Natalie! I'm so happy to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am delighted to have all of you tonight for this wonderful class, A Love Affair with Life. Let me see if I can change the view. I want to see you all. Oh, thank you for being here. I want to take a moment to just acknowledge the human who took some time out of your precious day to sit here with me and learn about the union between being deeply financially resourced and experience this life with no limit, because you're not limited by how much resource and money you have, while deeply being at peace with your being, your human, being so forgiving and so loving, having this true experience of peace in this lifetime. This is what I found from being on this journey is the key to experiencing a true love affair with life. It's one thing to be really on the personal growth side and really be doing this work to improve ourselves. But unless you have the other side, the material, so that's why I called it a union. It's the spiritual merging with the material. You're not going to make the most out of your experience here on earth. That's just reality. You need money to survive. You need money to buy some of the experience you can experience in this lifetime, to buy things. One time I had a mentor ask me oh, do you prefer pearls or diamonds? And I was like, I don't know, because I never actually bought pearls and diamonds. So I never actually experienced this to be able to say, I prefer diamonds. I don't know. I haven't experienced that. So having these resources also allow you to pick and choose the things that you love the most and just create the perfect heaven on earth for you, because it is individual to you. You're going to have different desires than the person next door. And that's what makes us freaking awesome as humans. We're not meant to be copycats of each other. We're meant to be our own people. And this is how we create also on a collective level, a bunch of little heaven on earth, and just create this beautiful life for ourselves. And this is how I found that we need both. We need the spiritual and we need the material. But it was not always like that. I'll be honest. So here are a little bit of my stories before we even get into the material for the class. By the way, this class is meant to be experienced however you're meant to experience it. So for some of us, it's going to be sitting down with a pen and paper, taking a lot of notes. I'll tell you right away, the medicine, it really is allowing my words to just penetrate your being. So set an intention today to just be okay, I'm going to receive this medicine, because there's something about the energy as well that will elevate you. You've just entered this beautiful vortex of expansion. You don't even need to really understand some of the things I'll explain, because some of the things are out there. So there are things that no one really talks about. And sometimes it's gonna be huh? And the reason why they're really out there, and I'm trying my best to translate them in human words, is because a lot of these breakthroughs have been experienced through plant medicine journeys. So when I was, for example, dancing with the grandmother ayahuasca, or the bufo medicine, or even Santa Maria, which is marijuana, playing with these plants have also helped me have some of these understandings. So sometimes you'll be but it's okay. Just allow the medicine to just flow through. It's coming. Your entire being is shifting on a cellular level the moment you said yes to this masterclass. So also trust the process. It's going to be a fun ride. Now, my story, a lot of you know me. I'm Alexa. I'm medicine, ayahuasca, and all that. Like, you probably think I'm crazy if it's the first time you come into my world. And if it's not the first time, welcome back. I am so excited to have you. We're going to have a blast. I would love to hear while I talk. Please share your intentions. Why are you here? I would love to hear in the chat. Just share your intention. And it's also allowing, higher beings to come and assist us, because I called upon them just before this meeting. So we're going to do some healing. We're going to upgrade. We're going to do all the things. So put your intention in the chat. I'd love to hear. Now my story. Okay, I'm not going to share the full thing. I'm going to share, like, obviously a little, because when someone's like, so who are you? Like, where do I even start? I'm going to start my story when I started my business, my coaching business, which was at the beginning of the pandemic, March 2020. So let me take you back. March 2020. I had just filed a proposal in bankruptcy, and I moved onto my best friend's couch. She had me, the sweetest soul. And I thought, like, I officially failed at life. Like, this is like the official definition. Like, if failure at life was in the dictionary, like, Alexa, March 2020, I was convinced I was a failure. I don't think that anymore, but like back then I felt like the ultimate failure. And so I moved, and I remember just thinking, like, okay, I need to figure out a way to really get out of this. I just didn't know. It was like really, really bad. I had negative balance in my account. Like, I remember seeing like negative 360, because the overdraft was 300 and the fee was $60. So like, I was like, I went to the like lowest of low. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I remember just having this, like, when you're like, there's more to life, and then you're like, but how the fuck does that match with my reality right now? Like, I just know that I can do it, but it feels so far away. Have you ever felt that? Because that's what I felt. I was like, I'm in the deepest of shit right now, but like somehow I know there's a reality accessible to me, and I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I just know. Have you ever felt that? Because like that's what I was feeling back then. And then I was like, okay, let me figure this out. Like, what do I do here? And I remember just thinking, like, well, I could like try the business, the coaching business. And like I was doing network marketing before. I had like a sales team that scaled the business over $1 million. So like I already had the business background, and I was known to be like one of the best, the strongest coach on a mindset level. That's why my team was doing so well. So I was like, whatever, just started my own thing. And just like, rather than leading a team, a sales team that's selling other products, like I can just coach directly people. So I did that. I started the business from the couch. And I got into like the personal development world, like when you start discovering that, oh shit, there are limiting beliefs in the way of my success, and you start doing this work and you get really passionate, start working. I got into that, started making a lot of money. It worked, but it felt empty. Because now I was at a point where I was like overly doing the work, and it was always constantly trying to find what was wrong with me so I can make money, so that I can make more money. And I got into the completely disbalanced kind of lifestyle where I was like too obsessed with finding what was wrong with me, not really enjoying the money I was making. And that at that moment, I knew, I was like, oh shit, that's what they mean when they say like money does not buy happiness. And also like you can get really like unhealthily obsessed with doing the inner work. Like there's no fun anymore. So here I am making like $10, $15, $20,000 a month. People are like, oh my God, Alexa, you're doing so good. I'm like, where's this gonna end? Like, I feel like I'm always doing some healing and another course and another program and hiring people like out of desperation. Like, please show me the way. I really want to do this. I feel it with all my heart that there's a reality available to me, but like somehow this, like, I just feel still far away. And I was making this money. Like, it's not like I was not making the money, but like there was something missing. So at the beginning of the year, I have reached out to like one of my teacher and mentors it's been 10 years that I've been working with her on and off. And I reached out, I was like, okay, like I got to like learn how to love myself, because like I'm making all this money, but like it just feels really empty. And if I'm going to scale to $1 million this year, I want to do it in a way that like I feel really at peace with my being, and I feel so, so, so good. So it was this year. We didn't scale to 1 million yet, but we're at 500,000. Well, we're at 420. We're expected to hit 500,000 by the end of the year. So, and we have done the last 12 months, 500,000 in 2.5 years, going from the bankruptcy to now. And I can tell you this year was like, I didn't even do an extra strategy. It was purely devoted to my inner being and finding love for myself. And this is what I've really, really committed to mastering this year. And I'm excited to show you and present you what I mean by having it all, because it's like life-changing. And I have so much belief in you and your ability to create your very own heaven on earth. And it is my honor to share this journey with you tonight. And like I said, the words are going to penetrate your soul, and you're going to feel so freaking inspired by the end of this. And I'm excited. I mean, if you're already feeling the energy, like say so in the chat. Like I love like having some interaction throughout the live as well. So I'm going to ask you questions every once in a while, and I'm inviting you to like play with your whole heart and play all out. I also invite you to open yourself up to new perspectives. Like I said earlier, like we're going to talk about a few things that are like, like that's a little out there sometimes. Like I invite you to just like be willing to let go of things that you thought were true about having a really good fucking life, like not without disregarding your desires. I'm not asking you to disregard all your desires, but like the way that it has to happen. And to just like start opening yourself up to like a new way that is anchored in so much love, and like no needs to be really hard on yourself anymore. We learn very early when we start this journey that like there's something wrong with us and we got to fix it in order to make money, in order to have a relationship, in order to have the body that you want. We need to fix something. We need to figure out the limiting belief. We need to figure out the block, right? We hear it all the time. Your money blocks, work on your money blocks. There are no blocks. Like there's literally, it's because you believe there's a block that there's a block. So today I'm going to show you how to like literally dissolve everything so that you can just like freaking relax and sink into how freaking powerful you are already and achieve anything you want. Because the truth is, yes, it helps to do the inner work, but you don't necessarily need the inner work to make a lot of money. I know plenty of miserable people who are rich as fuck. Like you don't need to, I know plenty of immature people who are rich as fuck. Like we have bought into misunderstanding. It's like, no, that's not actually how it works. So there's a lot of misunderstanding that we're going to like actually look at together and just like kind of open ourselves up to new perspectives. And then there's going to be this side of like, I'll ask you questions throughout and just to get you thinking. And then we're also going to do some work on the body. Okay. Another distinction that I want to make is that your body, like when you try so hard to heal yourself and to figure out what's wrong with you, to experience heaven on earth, you're actually altering and stopping the natural flow that's always in your body. Like there is divine intelligence that your body was born with. You were born with a purpose, you were born with desires, and you were born with this beautiful process. You don't even need to do anything. That's keeping you alive, and that's allowing you to make your mark on this planet. Your body is on your team. Your body wants you to grow. It wants you to evolve. It really is on your team. Your body will literally heal itself on its own. You don't need to do anything. It's going to heal for you. You cut yourself with a little paper. It cuts open. You don't even need to think about it. You don't even need to do anything. It's going to heal for you. Your body is on your team. Now, knowing that, you don't need to fix anything because it's going to happen naturally. Your body is on your team. It's constantly reshaping. Right now, you're listening to my words. Your entire body, your cellular makeup is upgrading, and you're anchoring these words right now. Your body is on your team. So what does that mean? It means that you don't need to be at fight with yourself anymore. You know how we get so hard on ourselves. We're like, oh, why did I do this again? What, like one of my favorites these days, I don't know why, but I keep telling myself like, oh my gosh, I'm so all over the place. I'm so disorganized. I keep telling myself that these days, the last few days. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so forgetful. I'm so clumsy. I forgot this again. I'm so flaky. I started having all these thoughts this last week. I got really, really hard on myself. I got really hard on my being, my brain, my body. I was so hard on myself. Meanwhile, my body is literally just trying to help me move. There's always a purpose to everything you're doing, including what we call sabotage. I don't believe in sabotage because I believe that everything you're doing is actually contributing and adding on to what is needed for you to live your purpose out loud. Like it's actually happening right now. You're living your purpose. Congratulations. You're all living your purpose. It's literally happening as we speak. So that's the first deep understanding that we need to like understand from the get-go, is that like our body's on our team. We don't need to work against it. We don't need to be hard on ourselves anymore. We don't need to beat ourselves up. Like everything is actually happening for us. So for example, if like just my example of me feeling like I was so hard on myself this week, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Blah, blah, blah. Like I was just so hard on myself. Why is that happening? Why am I having those thoughts? Because I have an understanding that if I was more organized, then maybe I would get my work done faster. Maybe I would be making more money. Maybe I would be making, it would be easier for me to show up online. Like I have this understanding, like if I was more organized, then this would happen, which is not true. I don't need to be more organized to make more money. I don't need to. So you see the fight sometimes we can have within ourselves that are actually stopping us and stopping the flow, because you're literally not in full alignment. Like I call it like a kink in the hose, the hose of the universe. Like you're fighting and you're not in alignment. You're not in the flow. You're not, whoops, I almost dropped something. You're not in alignment. So then you're not like fully connected to the tap of the universe that's going to deliver everything that you want. So now that you know the body's on your team, how can we use that to our advantage? Well, we're going to be less hard on ourselves. We already discussed that. And then we're also going to focus on the power we hold within, the answers you hold within. So like that may look like listening to your intuition, like really your intuition is always guiding you, just listening to your intuition and really honoring it, not second guessing, not wondering like, oh, why is it that I feel pulled in that direction? Like, no, you just honor all the time. How many times have you had the thought like, shit, I should have listened to my intuition. I knew this. I should have listened. Like you don't listen. Like honoring that intuition to be huge. And once you start really listening to the nudge and you start playing with your heart, you start really like moving that direction of your dreams, you're going to feel shifts in your body. You might get triggered. You might get, challenged somehow. You may start encountering these little things that makes us go, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not ready for this. Maybe I'm not meant for this. There are challenges now in my way, and I feel like I'm not worthy of this. Like you're going to start having these thoughts that are just thoughts. They're not yours. They're just thoughts passing through. And this is the part most people quit. And this is the part where a lot of people will say, like, this is the part you do more limiting work, limiting beliefs work. And I say this is the part where you got to commit and fully devote yourself to an experience of love, because none of it is actually in the way of you accomplishing your dreams. It's your own judgment of it that's stopping yourself from moving. It's you believing that these things are stopping you that's actually stopping you from actually stepping into what you want. Does that make sense? It's our judgment of these things. And it's a lot of conditioning. I was just saying last week, I said, okay, I'm ready to be more confident online. And I was like, I'm really like, I question all my thoughts. So I'm like, why do I want to be more confident? Like, why is that even a thing? It's pretty obvious to the regular person. You probably think right now, like, of course, Alexa, you want to be more confident because then like your relationships get better. Maybe you're more confident to show up on your social media. Maybe you're going to sell more, right? I had all these thoughts of like, if I get more confident, I'm going to like have all these sales and I'm just going to feel better and everything's going to get better. And then I questioned it. I said, okay, why do I think that I need to be more confident to have more sales? Why do I think that I need to have more confidence to grow closer to my partner? Like, is this really necessary, or can I still sell without feeling so confident? Because is it really realistic to always be confident 24/7? Like every single minute of the day? No, you're going to have moments that you're not going to feel confident. And in these moments, had I borrowed that belief system and say, I need confidence to be successful, the moments that I'm not actually confident, because it will happen, I'm going to be like, fuck, I can't feel like this because I have decided that as long as I'm confident, I'm going to make sales. And then panic, you feel this like, oh my gosh, you panic text your coach. Oh my gosh, I'm having a meltdown. Your coach is like, well, okay, that it happens. You're human. You're like, I need to feel better as soon as possible because my brain has decided that unless I'm confident, I can't make money. Who has been there? I've been there so many times. I was like gaslighting myself. I was panicking. I was like, I cannot feel this because my vibe is going to fuck up the whole thing. And I really want to make money. My dreams matter. I really want to do this. I can't feel this. Right? It's just a belief. Like we literally just accepted that confidence is going to mess up. If we don't have confidence, it's going to mess up the whole thing. And it's just a belief. Right? And it's not that it's in the way, it's your own judgment of it, it's your own understanding of it. That's then you've decided this is true and therefore I can't go this way. But what if you start looking at the truth that you've decided for yourself, that you've adopted, and just said, do I really want this? Do I really want it this way? Another example would be like working hard for money, right? Like you have probably heard this before. Maybe you believe it. I have to work hard for money. What if it was not true? What if you didn't have to work hard to make a lot of money? What if the more you rest, the more money you make? The more you sleep, the more money you make? Like it could be a paradigm. Like you get to play with these. The more I sleep, the more beauty sleep, the more money I make. Like that sounds fun. Like let's test this out. These are all paradigms that are available to you. If you have the power to think it, you have the power to create it. You're constantly creating as we speak. It just hasn't fully materialized in 3D, but you're creating it in your mind. And the more you focus on it, the more you're going to start like rearranging your entire reality. The entire universe is conspiring you in helping you win and helping you manifest your dreams, and constantly you're creating your reality as well. So by thinking it, these are like basic understandings of the law of attraction, but we forget, right? We forget because we start hustling and trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Let me buy another masterclass. Let me buy this. Let me get, no, nothing's wrong with you. It's just, you're trying to find a problem that's not there. Like you have the power right now to create anything you want, but you're just making problems. And that's okay. You're allowed to make problems. We're humans. We do this. We are wired to find the worst case scenario because we don't want to suffer. We don't want things to go wrong. So we create problems. One I have been playing with lately is like, if I have a lot of success, then people are going to be so pissed at me. Like if I start making millions of dollars, people are going to be so jealous, so pissed off. My family's going to stop talking to me. And my boyfriend is going to hate me. Like, it's not logical, but like, I literally said those words today. I was like, everything's going to fall apart if I make millions of dollars. I really voiced that. And I was like, how is this serving me right now to have this thought? Like, really? Like, I know there's a part of us that's like, no, it's not serving you. But I want to speak to the part of you that's like, yeah, it makes total sense. Like if you start making a lot of money, people are going to get jealous of you. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You speak to that part and you realize she's just trying to protect me from like getting hurt, right? She just doesn't want me. She really is here for me. So through this work, like I said earlier, you're going to start noticing like, okay, I'm starting to like dive into the work, right? Dive into the healing. And you're going to find like things. And what matters here is not to like try to change. It really is to like take the thought and welcome it with so much love. Like really deeply validating, like, oh, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to like help me. Thank you. Thank you so much. So in the process of creating like the love affair with life and being deeply resourced financially, you're going to start to play with these paradigms, these old truths that you used to believe, and you're going to start looking at them and you're going to start like questioning them. And a great question to ask yourself is, why wouldn't I be worthy of receiving the money that I want to receive? So like if your goal right now is to make, I don't know, 500,000, $1 million in a year. And I want you to just ask and play with this question, like, why wouldn't you be worthy of earning this money right now? Or if your goal is like 10,000 or whatever, like whatever your goal is, why wouldn't you be worthy of receiving that? Because remember, the goal is to create an experience of love within your body, because when you're fully anchored in love and synced into the power of your being, you literally can do anything. Because you are fully leaned into the force that creates everything, which is love. So when you create that experience of love within, you start being a magnet, like seriously a magnet. That's how you step into more confidence and you show up online and you're like, because you're like fully anchored in love. It's illusion of confidence, but it really is love. The hard conversations get easier because you're fully anchored in love. You're fully led with your heart. It's not hard anymore. You're not afraid to hurt people anymore because you know your heart, you know you're fully led with love, and life is so easy when you return to the truth of who you are. You come from love, you are love, and you will always remain love. You get to speak with your heart with people. You get to like pour your entire heart and make people feel so special in your presence because you're all here, you're all present. You don't even feel the need to look at your phone and be distracted. You are here. You are led with love. That's how you're going to create this love affair with life, by cultivating this experience of love within. So it is true forgiveness of the things we thought were stopping us and cultivating this feeling of self-worth within. Not that you're not already worthy, you are already worthy. But what I mean is by cultivating is literally like getting ourselves to really feel it. Not just like, oh, I am worthy, like affirmation in the morning. No. You actually feel worthy and you show up like it. And people like, hold on, there's something special about you. And I know you touched that energy before. I know that this has happened to you before. You have walked in the room and someone's like, something about your energy. And you're like, oh, you. Like, it's like so natural. I'm sure you have experienced this before. You have touched this and it's available to you. And the goal is to like cultivate this so that it becomes your new state, your new, like, this is like, whatever. Like, I always feel this. So the question, why wouldn't you be worthy of earning the money? And I say this, I don't say like experiencing heaven on earth and have a love affair with life, because I want to say the real things. We're allowed to want money. So let's say the real things, you know? So why wouldn't you be worthy of receiving money? And I want to invite you to connect with whatever's coming right now. First reason that comes up, and type it in the chat. We're going to play with this today. And we're gonna like dissolve the charge of this together. We're gonna do it in real time. And if you're watching the replay, don't worry, the magic's still gonna work. You're good. So tell me, why wouldn't you be worthy? And I want to speak to the part of you that like doesn't know she's worthy. There's a part of you that's like, duh, I'm worthy of money. But the part of you that's like, but what about this and this and that? Like, I don't think we're worth it. I said today, I was like, I'm not worthy of $1 million because I don't walk my talk. I'm a hypocrite. My coach, like, you're like the most embodied person I've ever met in my life. Where's that coming from? And I'm like, no, like I preach people to love themselves. And here I am hating everything about me and feeling like I'm a disgusting right now. I feel disgusting. And she's like, so does that mean that you're a hypocrite? And I was like, no, right? There is like a misunderstanding. So I want you to tap into, why wouldn't you feel worthy? Let me read some of them. And if you haven't put it yet, put it in the chat. Let's anchor this intention, because I'm standing in my own way. And Jovi, I would even like encourage you to, okay, how specifically are you standing in your own way? Like, what behaviors are you currently doing? And for anyone who's like, yeah, I stand in my own way, like, I want you to get specific. Like, what do you do to stand in your own way? Maybe it's like scrolling on Instagram and not actually running your business. And you're like, call it running your business. Like, no shame. But like, if that's what's happening, like, that's a coping mechanism, you know, like we can spend a lot of time scrolling, but that's not actually serving us. I'm not good at sticking to a budget. I'm not enough experience. Okay, yeah, that's huge. I've done anything hard and profound. Yeah, you've done everything. Like, how can I, like, I must be doomed, right? Like, I've felt this before. If I make the money I truly desire, I will have love. I will not have love. I will not have true friends. That is very valid. I have experienced this before. I was convinced that people would be so jealous of me when I start making money. And I was like, I can't make this, like, above this is my comfortable range, but above this, I can't. Not enough education. I totally relate on that. I only have a high school diploma. I was so like mad at myself because I was like, I'm never gonna make money. I used to never finish what I start. Trust me, I change everything last minute. Ask Michelle, my virtual assistant. She's right here. Actually, she's on the call. I change everything. I change my mind all the time. I just accept. I accept that's what I do. I just change everything, and that's okay. I'm really connected to my alignment. And I'm just, if something is not, I would just shift everything. I shifted everything for this class, by the way, multiple times, like last minute. I failed at so many businesses. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. If I make all this money, I'll have to work hard. Yeah, no one wants to do that. I'm scared of people taking advantage of me. Of course, when you start making money, people ask you to lend them money. That's annoying. You don't want that. I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm just reading what you're saying here, because I'm not consistent. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. My audience is not the audience that I want. Yes, you want a new audience. You want new soulmate people. Makes a lot of sense. I'm not qualified. People will be jealous. I need to be more, show up more, work more focused. That's huge. And it makes a lot of sense. And it's so aligned with the old paradigm of doing, right? We know this paradigm very well. The more you do, the more you work, the more money you make. But what if we could change that? I used to think that money who make my relative would abandon me. Okay, I don't know if that made sense, but I understand what you're saying. Abandon me. Okay, yeah. What if people just leave around being seen for who I truly am? Yeah, what if it doesn't feel safe to be seen, and you know you need to do that, but then it's like, my entire body does not want to do that. Okay, now that you have your intentions, I want to invite you, if it's safe, don't do this if you're driving. Don't know why, like, I don't know why I said this is obvious, but if if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. I invite you, if you feel safe, to close your eyes. Let's do healing. I think I'm nervous. I'm cracking jokes that make no sense. Okay, let's close our eyes. And I invite you to just arrive here and now. I invite you to feel love and just gratitude for your human who decided to show up with all of her heart today, all of her being. She never quits. She keeps going. Things got really hard throughout this journey, yet she's still here. She's still believing in herself. Tell her how proud you are of her. Tell her how much you love her. I invite you to focus on your breath now. And I just invite you to deepen a little bit. Take some deep breaths, deep, nourishing breaths. In and out. You don't need to do anything else but being here, fully present, fully devoted to your human. Deepen your breath a little bit more. And notice if you have any tension on your body, in your body. Notice if you can release some of that tension, maybe in your jaw. Can you loosen it a little bit? Your neck. Can you loosen your neck? Your shoulders. Can you drop them a little? And when you drop them, see if you can drop them a little bit more. Fully arrive here into the space. Keep focusing on your breath. Would like to invite any angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, galactic beings, your higher self, that is you, my higher self, that is me, and divine love to come here and assist us today, as we're fully showing up for ourselves, help and provide insights and inspirations that are going to lead us and guide us on our journey, that's going to serve our highest timeline. Thank you. So keep breathing, keep connecting. Now I want to invite you to connect to your heart space. So just focus on the space in your chest. And now I want you to focus on your heart. So just a tiny bit to the left. Just focus on the space there. And I want you to imagine that you see a light. So you decide to, with your consciousness, to come closer and closer to the light. And you come closer and closer and closer to the light with your consciousness until you get so close that all you see is light. And then you get closer and closer and closer. And somehow the light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And you keep going because it starts to feel really, really good. You keep going, and it's getting brighter and brighter. It's like you've never experienced before. And it starts feeling really, 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 really good. You start losing track of time. Time doesn't even exist. You continue, you keep going. Space doesn't even exist. You continue, you keep going. And you start really feeling so good. You realize this is how love is meant to feel. There's no doubts, there's no fears. I'm just pure light, pure love. And you realize that you can do anything from that place. You can slow down your conscious, you can slow down how fast you're going. You're still in the light, but it's like slower now. You can imagine anything from that place. You can create anything from that place. So you start thinking about a forest, an enchanted forest, and you see a path. in that forest. So you decide to walk the path. And so you're walking on this path and it's like fall time. So the leaves are crispy. So you're walking, it's like, the air is so crisp. It's like the perfect weather. It's like not too cold, but not too hot. The leaves are beautiful. There's so many colors. So you're walking on this path. And then you notice there's like a treasure box at the end of the path. So you decide to go closer to this treasure box. It's huge. You've never seen a treasure box like this before, if ever. And then you have a feeling that this treasure box, there's something for you. Like, why else would it be here? So you get this feeling like you have to open it. You have to see what's inside. And you even feel nervous, like kind of like the nervousness of like something big is about to happen. And I feel really excited, but a little nervous. And so you decide, okay, I'm going to open this box. And when I open it, there's going to be something for me. There's going to be like a piece of paper with a word on it. And that word is the one thing that you need to hear tonight. The one thing that you need to focus on to support you on your journey. So at the count of 3, you're going to open this box and you're going to look at the piece of paper. You're going to make a note at what comes up. If you don't see anything, it's okay. Maybe you see an image, maybe you see an animal. So at the count of 3, you're going to open and you're going to take note. Then we're going to close the box. 1, 2, 3. Open the box. Take a note. What do you see? What's the word? Is there a picture? Do you feel anything? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel peace? Do you feel happiness? What's coming up? Make a note. Put it back in the box. Close the box. And then start walking back on the path. You want to return to the light. You see the light at the end of the path. So you walk all the way to the light. You come back in the light. You jump into the light. And then suddenly, it's like you enter this highway of light. And then it's guiding you straight back to your heart space. In your chest. And inviting you to come back into your chest and into the rest of your body. Come back here and now. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your head, wiggle your fingers. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back here. What came up for you? What was your word? What was the feeling? Play. I love this. This is so good. Care, trust, faith. I forgive you. I don't know why, but respect, love, joy, play, fun, unconditional love. Ooh, aquamarine crown. Oh, that's so nice. I think this is aquamarine. I have this beautiful crystal I picked today. Persist, love, achievable. Oh, that is so nice. Keep them coming. If there's any images that popped or maybe a feeling that you felt, a dragonfly pendant, you should look it up. What's the significance of dragonfly? Okay, the reason why I got you to start tapping into this wisdom in your heart is because this is going to be key to creating your love affair with life. This word, this intention is precisely what you need to do in order to start experiencing not only more money, but more fun, more play, more like delight in this lifetime. So if we bring it back to, okay, why wouldn't I be worthy of experiencing money or of having the money that I want? See how you can link back this intention, your heart, your fire, your inner fire, your purpose. See if you can come back to it and almost use it as a strategy to help you anchor in more love within your body. So for example, so one of them is like love, okay? So if I'm convinced that I need to be more confident to make more sales, because like money only comes when you're freaking confident, how can I use my word love as like an antidote? Not that there's anything wrong, but like just like as almost like a remedy to dissolve this. So I would like tap in the part of me that believes that I need to be more confident and see if I can love it a little bit more. Like that's my word, that's my strategy. See if I can like commit to an experience of love. If my word is play, how can I commit to an experience of play? I'm really hard on myself right now. Okay, let's get back to play. Let's make it more fun. That's your strategy to start dissolving these beliefs that are really like just old paradigms that you got stuck into, and you're actually trying to create a new reality with old, outdated paradigms. That doesn't work. And your heart is always showing you the way. So it's always going to tell you what you need to embody more of. That's already within you. You don't need to create it. You don't need to fix anything. You already have it within. You already have love with it. You already have play with it. You already have the capacity to forgive you. Someone said, I forgive you. That was the words that came through. Care. Can you care more for your human? Can you care more for like, I don't know, the people around you? I don't know. Maybe that's what your heart is saying, but like really listen and trust what's coming. If your word, I'm seeing here faith, like how can I cultivate more faith? Whenever you have these stories that pop, like, oh, people are going to think that I'm too arrogant if I brag, if I really own my truth, if I dare to exist loudly, people are going to think I'm arrogant. Can you come back to your strategy of faith? What would be faith here? I trust that the people who are meant to cross my path and to create with me, to play with me, to live life with me, I trust that they are so deeply happy for me and they're happy to see me succeed. Like there's nothing to really worry about. And I also get to show up for me and cultivate that love for me. I don't need anybody outside of me to accept me because I accept me. So how can you cultivate this experience of love within? Because when you're fully anchored in love, it's so fun because that's how you experience this illusion of confidence, of feeling worthy, of feeling on top of the world. And when you're in that vibe, that's what creates like results. That's how you know like you're really in the flow and you can create anything. It's through this experience, this internal experience of self-love. I saw another one, it was like persist. So like perhaps maybe you're being called to like not give up. If you had thoughts of giving up, it's like, okay, persist. I have had the word come, so many different ones come throughout the years. Like lately it's been slow. So I'm invited to really like lean into more slow rather than like, I need to do things really, really, really fast. Like I had to believe that if I do things faster, then I have more success. Again, that's just in my head. So it was like slow. Okay, like I'm invited right now to slow and really cultivate that love and that trust within. So as you dive deep into this work, this is not going to come like overnight. It's not like, okay, I've done the work, Alexa, and it's still not working. This is a devotion. This is a practice. This is a lifetime commitment. There's no destination. There's truly no destination, because you're a forever evolving being, and you're never going to have this like state of being completely satisfied, because new desires are constantly being birthed over and over again. So if you're always waiting to feel better and to accomplish more before you can feel happy and satisfied, you're always going to be hustling, because it just never stops. So really falling in love with this journey and really like rejoicing, and not always aspiring to like achieve something and get to a point, understanding that it's never going to come to a point. There is no point. And so you can fully rejoice in the present moment and make the most out of it. Catching yourself if there's any misunderstanding. Oh, I have to do things faster, or I have to do this, or I have to stop believing this. Like, notice and then come back to your intention. Can you shower? Can you look at those beliefs with like so much love in your heart and see it for what it is? It's like this consciousness. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry you think that. Like, I just want to squeeze you right now. It's going to be okay. Like, can you be that person for you? The more you do this, the more you build trust with yourself, with your body. And remember at the beginning of this class, we talked about how your body always have your back. So what do you think happens when you build that trust within your body? And you're like, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. Your body just like is a freaking machine, like a manifestation machine. It wants you to win. You are source energy in a human body. It wants to win. It wants to heal. It wants to expand. It wants to experience love. But you've got to dare to like commit to this practice, commit to this work, commit to exploring how can you commit to an experience of more love within. Because love is what creates everything. And once you're fully led with your heart, fully led with love, you start creating anything you want. Your relationships start feeling really juicy because you're like showing up with your whole heart. Your fitness journey, your health journey, it's not coincidence that I said wealth, but your health journey starts feeling really, really good. The weight starts coming off because it's like, and it just feels so good. You don't feel like you have to lose weight to start loving yourself. You just love yourself. And then it just comes out, and it's like this, you never thought you could ever feel this, but you do, because you have committed to an experience of love within. When you start listening to yourself, your body, and you fully devote yourself to it, miracles happen. I've recently lost almost 25 pounds with this technique. And I know some of you were in my program, Body Love. You have experienced amazing things from it. Michelle actually gained, how much was it, 10 pounds? You can put in a chat. Yeah, 15 pounds. There you go. See? Building trust within the body. Like, it's like you're a fucking channel of pure wealth and health and love. Like, you have it in you. Anyone who made you think that you didn't have what it takes, that you had to fix something, that you had to like figure out your blocks and limiting beliefs. No, it's not about fixing and becoming and healing yourself. It's about remembering who the fuck you are and sinking into your power and letting that do the work for you. I truly believe that you have what it takes right here, right now, to experience anything you want. This is what happens in my world. The most crazy miracles happen in my world because we dare to lean in. And this is the biggest misunderstanding nowadays, is that we need something outside of ourselves to experience heaven on earth, and you have it all within you. I truly believe that. And this is why it feels like a freaking cozy blanket to your soul to play in my world, because it's like, I get to be myself. I don't need to like hustle anymore. You mean that I can just do it like feeling so good, and I get to like make a shit ton of money doing my soul work? And you mean that I get to experience fairy tale love again? I never thought I could experience this with my husband, but suddenly it's like, ooh, like everything is back. The juice is back. It's like you get to rejoice in what life has to offer when you start leaning into that. And I could not be more excited for you to give this a shot, for you to commit to this practice. It's not overnight. It takes work. You got to commit. But when you stay the course, everything will change. This is how I have scaled from bankruptcy to now $500,000 business and growing. I like tear up saying this because it's absolutely bananas. And I didn't even do another strategy. It was like leaning into love, forgiving myself, like seeing myself, loving myself, like you got this, you have the power within. You become unstoppable when you lean into the power, the magnificence of who you are. That's what drives you. You have what it takes, you have it all. And it's time to show up like it and remember who you are. So ladies, thank you for being a part of this journey with me. This was like freaking awesome. I'm buzzing right now. I feel so excited. I'm excited to hear your feedback. I'm excited to see like you putting in the work and committing to this practice of love, creating love within. This is how you create heaven on earth. Commit to this practice, commit to doing the work. If you're feeling called to dive deeper and to have a tribe of women who truly back you up, a tribe of people who are going to do this work with you. We're going to learn about different themes. Every single month, we're going to have a different themes. We're going to have coaching. We're going to have healing sessions together. I'm going to do class like this every single month. So every week, you're going to have calls together. Every week. My new membership, the Courageous Academy, is like a freaking masterpiece, and consider this your invitation. There's already 35 women. We just launched last week. It's absolutely bananas. We just launched. There's 35 women in. And consider this your invitation. We're just about to start with our very first grand opening call on Wednesday. And right now I have a sale. You can join us for an entire year. And rather than charging you $3,000, it's going to be the regular price. We have it for $997 for an entire year of weekly calls 3 times a month, where we do this work, we do these master classes, we have the healing, we have the coaching. Like, we will sit down together, have these conversations, and do this work. Our first theme is going to be money. So we're going to dive deeper into these vibes. And if you want to do a payment plan, I have it for you. It's $97 a month. So this is absolutely bananas. I cannot believe I'm doing this, to be honest. But I feel really excited. $97 a month. And the regular price after this week is going to be $300 a month. So the same offering is to be $300. Right now you can get in $97 a month, $997 for the entire year. And you're in, and we do this journey, and we commit, baby, for a whole year. Anything can happen. Just imagine being fully freaking devoted to this path and having all the girlfriends cheering you on. When things get rough, you have a tribe of people backing you up. You don't have to do this journey alone. Like, things are going to happen. You're going to have like slip ups, and not that it matters, not that you can't get through those slip ups on your own. You absolutely can. But imagine just having this tribe of people where you just get to be like, okay, everyone, like, I ate cookies again. I tried. I really did. I really did. But I ate 5 cookies. And we're all going to be like, it's okay. It's okay. Come back to your intention. We got this. You got this. We're all in here together. No matter what I do, I can't get myself to love myself. I can't. We're gonna believe in you. We're gonna hold you accountable to your heart. We're gonna hold you accountable to your vision. And that is what creates miracle. And it's not to say you can't do this on your own. You absolutely can. But everything is like amplified when we collaborate with one another. Our power is amplified. Our belief is amplified. There's something about soul family that really makes a difference. So consider this your invitation. I would absolutely love to have you. This is like the group of women who have said yes already is like freaking brilliant. And so I'm really excited to start. We have our first call on Wednesday. So if you join now, you're going to join on time for a first call. And if you join tonight and within the next 24 hours, because I know some people are going to watch the replay, I will gift you a bonus all my master classes of the year that I've led this year. It's over $2,000 value. I'm going to gift them all to you for you to start your journey. So there's like classes on business. There's classes on like cultivating more love towards yourself. There's classes on authentic voice, how to like cultivate self-expressing and really daring to show your heart online. If you have a business, like there's a lot of classes, and I'm going to gift them all to you if you sign up tonight, the next 24 hours. This is just my gift for like, as a token of gratitude for joining me on this journey. I'm so excited. So if you want to join, just message me on Instagram or email. We're also going to send you an email with all these details, or you can just go in my bio. Everything is there. So you have it there. We also have a VIP option, and I just want to say a couple words on this because this VIP option is truly like freaking insane. So like the way that I see it is like a party, okay? So you have a house party, and the Gracious Academy is a party. And then there's like a few of us that decided to just go on the porch and have a conversation, like, you know, those deep conversations on live. Like we're just like a small group and we're having this deep conversation on live. This is what the VIP is. It's a mastermind. We meet twice a month. You meet in a circle. It's very intimate. There's like 7 women right now, and I coach you. So you're an entrepreneur. Ideally, if you're not an entrepreneur, it's okay. You can also you can still apply. But ideally, you're an entrepreneur and you have this like deep burning desire to cultivate success that actually feels so freaking good to your soul. Like you're tired of chasing the money. You're tired of showing up like someone that is not really you, that you feel you need to impress the world for people to buy from you. You're tired of just constantly hustling. You just want to come back to an experience of ease. We're going to cultivate that together. So my experience and background in like scaling my business to $500,000 and truly like creating a solid base for you to run your business, you're going to have that background. So there's a lot of strategy work we can do together and a lot of business stuff. And we're going to do the human, you're going to be supported on a human level. So we're going to have those conversations to really cultivate healing and like your body relationship. Last time we did like a beautiful meditation to cultivate love for our bodies. It was beautiful. We cried. Everyone was like so emotional. It was awesome. I know some ladies of the mastermind are here. You can like put in a chat. How was it for you? Sometimes we're going to do healing on money. Sometimes we're going to do money healing on relationships. Like if something triggers you, fear, we're going to talk it through together. We meet twice a month. You have a chat Voxer available daily. During the week, you can reach out for support. I'm here to coach you. So like, it's really like a high touch, and you have full access to the academy as well. So you have like the calls with me twice a month, then we have the bigger group calls, and then you have the chat every single day, Monday to Friday. And that one right now, there's a few spots open, and I have it Black Friday deal. So you get a little sneak. I have it for $10,000 for the year. This is like half off of what it usually is. And that's when you pay in full. There is a payment plan option as well that we can discuss. Like just message me. I have the payment plan available for the right person. So if you want to do business work, you want to do the embodiment work, the mastermind was made for you. So if you want, just message me, you can apply, and then I'll see you there. You'll have access to the academy. You'll have access to the bonus as well, all of the things. So on that, ladies, if this is the end of our journey together, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for playing with me tonight. It was so powerful. I'm just so grateful and so proud of you for being on this journey. It is not easy, and just know that you have everything in you to accomplish anything you want, as long as you devote yourself fully to your human, to love, and to forgiving yourself over and over and over again, because you are so powerful beyond measure. And I'm wishing you the absolute best if you choose to continue this journey together. I am deeply honored. I cannot wait to welcome you into the academy and join the 35 women who have already said yes. I'm so delighted. And if you want to join us in the mastermind VIP option, just message me. We have an application for that. It would be an honor to read and hear more about you. I love you so much, ladies. Have an amazing night. Bye. Bye, everyone. I love you so much. Bye. Thank you.